pain is the one certainty in life. It is the storm that all must face, the fire that none can escape. Yet, while most run from it, fear it, curse it, the Stoic stands unmoved. The ordinary man sees pain as suffering, as a force to be avoided at all costs. But the wise see pain for what it truly is: a teacher, a sculptor of the soul, a gatekeeper to strength. The weak complain, the strong endure, but the Stoic embraces pain, welcomes hardship and trains himself to love it, not in a mindless masochistic way, but as a master forges iron in the fire, knowing that only through trial does he become unbreakable. For what is pain but the resistance against which we grow? What is suffering but the pressure that forges greatness? Look at history. The strongest men, the greatest minds, the most indomitable spirits, all were tempered by hardship, refined by struggle, purified by pain. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire through war and plague. Epictetus was born a slave, his body broken but his will unshaken. Seneca faced exile, betrayal, and death with calm resolve. These men did not merely endure pain, they transformed it into power. This is the way of the Stoic. Pain is not your enemy, it is your greatest ally. And once you understand this, once you train yourself to love pain, nothing can ever break you again. 2. The Stoic perspective on pain. To the Stoic, pain is neither good nor bad. It simply is. It is a sensation, a signal, a natural part of existence. It does not possess meaning by itself. The meaning we attach to it is what gives it power over us. If we see pain as an unbearable burden, it becomes suffering. If we see it as a tool for growth, it becomes strength. Epictetus taught that we are not disturbed by events themselves, but by our judgments about them. This is the key to mastering pain. A broken leg, a lost fortune, the betrayal of a friend. These are external events, outside our control. But how we interpret them, how we respond to them, that is within our power, and that is where strength is forged. 3. Why pain is the gateway to strength. Every great achievement, every moment of triumph, every act of courage is built upon suffering. Strength is not given, it is earned. It is not found in comfort, but in adversity. The bodybuilder does not grow strong by lifting feathers. The warrior does not become fearless by avoiding battle. The philosopher does not gain wisdom by hiding from the trials of life. Pain is the price of transformation. The mind, like the body, must be pushed, stretched, broken down so that it may rebuild itself stronger. The soft, the weak, the undisciplined, they fear this process. But the Stoic welcomes it, knowing that every hardship carries the seed of growth. 4. The art of voluntary discomfort. To train the mind to love pain, one must first become familiar with it. Seneca practiced voluntary discomfort, sleeping on the floor, fasting, exposing himself to cold and hunger, not out of self-punishment, but to strengthen his mind. When you make discomfort a habit, suffering loses its grip on you. Modern comfort has made men weak. Soft beds, constant entertainment, endless indulgence. But the Stoic knows that comfort is a cage. He steps outside of it deliberately. He fasts, not because he has to, but because he chooses to. He trains in the cold, not because he enjoys suffering, but because he knows that in hardship he finds his power. 5. Reframing suffering as a teacher. Pain is not an enemy. It is a mentor. Every hardship carries a lesson. The loss of wealth teaches resilience. The betrayal of a friend teaches discernment. Physical pain teaches endurance. If we resist these lessons, we suffer. If we embrace them, we grow. The next time pain comes, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What strength is being forged? Instead of cursing your hardship, welcome it. Instead of fearing suffering, learn from it. This is how a Stoic transforms pain into wisdom. 6. Training the mind to embrace hardship. To master pain, one must rewire the mind. Most people react to pain with fear, resistance, and self-pity. The Stoic reacts with acceptance, gratitude, and resolve. This is a matter of habit, of training. When discomfort arises, observe it without judgment, let it be. Do not resist, do not wish it away. When you push yourself physically, do not complain. When you are tested emotionally, do not break. Instead, remind yourself, this is the fire that makes me stronger. This is the weight that builds my resilience. 7. Finding power in the struggle. There is a certain joy in struggle, a deep satisfaction in facing hardship and overcoming it. The mountain climber knows this, the soldier knows this, the philosopher knows this. Do not seek an easy life, seek a meaningful one. And meaning is found in struggle, in overcoming, in forging oneself through the trials of existence. 8. The role of endurance in building character. True strength is not shown in moments of comfort, but in moments of pain. It is not how one acts when life is easy, but how one stands when life is hard. The Stoic trains himself not to seek escape, but to endure. Not to complain, but to stand firm. Every moment of endurance builds character. Every trial passed adds to one's power. To endure is to grow is to become unbreakable. Detachment from pleasure, mastery over pain. He who is addicted to pleasure is a slave to pain. The Stoic seeks freedom, and freedom comes from detachment. When one no longer depends on comfort, he can no longer be broken by discomfort. When one no longer craves pleasure, he can no longer be ruled by pain. Practice this. Reduce indulgence, seek discomfort. Train the mind to be at peace in hardship. This is true mastery. 10. Transforming agony into triumph. Great men are made in the crucible of suffering. Look at the strongest among us. They did not become who they are through ease, but through battle, through fire, through hardship. Every pain you endure, every hardship you face, is a step toward greatness. The question is not whether you will suffer. The question is what you will do with that suffering. 11. The path to true freedom through pain. A man who fears pain is a man who is not free. He is controlled by his fears, enslaved by his discomforts. But the Stoic, the man who has trained himself to love pain, he walks through life unshaken. He does not fear loss, for he has trained himself to let go. He does not fear hardship, for he has embraced it. He does not fear suffering, for he has made it his ally. This is true freedom. Freedom from fear, from weakness, from the illusions that bind most men. And this freedom is earned, not given. It is forged in the fire of pain. 12. Conclusion. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. The weak avoid it, the strong endure it. But the Stoic, he loves it. He welcomes it as a sculptor welcomes his chisel, as a warrior welcomes his battle. You must make a choice. Will you run from pain, or will you embrace it? Will you resist suffering, or will you transform it into strength? This is the way of the Stoic. This is the way of the unbreakable.